Hello. So I'm gonna do this video. A lot of my friends have been asking, so hey, hello. I'm gonna get ready. I'm already dressed, but I'm gonna get ready. Put my makeup on for today, and I'll kind of go through what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use some new stuff today. I got some new stuff in my BoxyCharm, so I want to try that out. Yeah. So we are gonna go ahead and start. Sorry, I have stuff in drawers. I'm trying to look for a few things that I might need here. I'm trying to look. I don't know which drawer I put it in. There it is. I need this. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyelids. This is the Urban Decay Primer Potion. It works the best, so that I've seen. So we're just gonna put this on here. Apologize for any background noise that you can hear. This is not the most like quiet place to do this, but whatever. I'm just gonna tap that out. I just tap it out with my ring finger. It gives the least amount of pressure, but it still helps like spread that out. So, okay. So now I got this new palette in my BoxyCharm this month. This is the Dido, I don't know how to say it, Cosmetics Venus limited edition palette. It looks pretty cool. It does come with like a little plastic thing. It does come with a huge mirror, and then these are the shades. You do have some mattes and some shimmers, so I'm really excited for those. So we're gonna try those out and kind of see if we like them, you know, how they work. I've never tried anything from that brand before, so I don't know. I'm using this quick color switch from Lavish. It's like a dry thing. You just take it and you take your brush and you just swirl it, and then it gets any like makeup off. So now there's no makeup on this brush, even though it looks dirty. I promise you there's not. So we're gonna go in with the shade Mercury, which is this little tiny one here. It's like a brown, like really light brown. Probably won't see it, but that's okay. I'm gonna just tap off the excess, and then I'm gonna go ahead into the crease with that as like a little transition shade. Well, you can kind of see it. I mean, it's pretty much like my skin tone, so it's a hard shade to see, but whatever. We're just fluffing that in to the crease, and I'm just using that mirror in the palette. Okay, perfect. So now, because there isn't another like really like, there's like a really deeper shade in there, I do want like something a little bit in between that, although there isn't really one in this one either. This is the problem. You have to have like really good transition shades, and I don't know, this palette I also got in my BoxyCharm like last month. This is I Am Woman, What's Your Superpower? This is a really beautiful palette. All of these shades are named after like famous women in history. So you have like Sojourner Truth, Joan of Arc, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. You know, it's a big deal. So this palette is a palette that I use often, mostly because of what it represents, more so than for the shades. I mean, the shades are nice too, but tell me about it. It's beautiful. So we're gonna go in to Sojourner Truth, which is like a little bit of a deeper shade from that brown that we used in that Venus palette. We just wanna put that in the crease also. So we wanna deepen that up a little bit. Back into Sojourner Truth. Put that into this crease here. I'm not really good at filming these. I just like, whatever. Okay, so I like that made a little bit, it's a little bit darker. We're not gonna do anything crazy on the eye today, I don't think. I'm trying not to, but you never know. So now we're probably good for that one. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna stick with this Venus palette because I really want to use this. And we're gonna go into the shade Phobos. probably completely mess that up. It's like a more of like an orangier brown, but it is a matte shade, so I did get some on the brush here, and I'm gonna try to put that into the crease, but I'm gonna try to put it a little bit lower than I put those other shades. I just wanna try to get a little look here. A lot of this stuff I've gotten in like BoxyCharm. BoxyCharm is really, really good in that sense, because like you do get a lot of products to try. Before the video, I actually did my like skincare, and if you want to know like what I use for that, we can go over it. I can go through it with you, because I've been like trying out some skincare stuff because my skin is like pretty good, but I have really dry skin. Like my skin is like Sahara Desert dry, like dry. So I try really hard to do as many like moisturizing, hydrating products as I can, because, you know, it's just really dry. So I want to make sure that I am, you know, giving my skin a fair shot when I'm putting on makeup and stuff like that. I'm gonna go back in really quick with Sojourner Truth. It's with a different brush, but I'm gonna go in with Sojourner Truth. Just kind of, just trying to tie in all of those shades together. There we go, got that. Okay, I'm gonna try to use as many of these shades in this palette as possible. Okay, so we do have Europa, which is like a deeper shade. I'm gonna try to use it. I don't wanna use a ton of it because I don't want it to be like crazy, but I also want to use as many of these shades as possible. So this brush, again, we're using that color switch. See, there's nothing. So that color switch is really good. This brush is like it's not necessarily blending, it's more like a packing brush. This is like a really deep shade. Not sure how I'm gonna feel about this, but we'll see. It's like a purpley, like deep. I'm putting this on the outer corner, and I'm just trying to blend it in, like that, just leaving that right here on the outer edge, just to give it like a little purple vibe, which I wasn't kind of going for at the beginning, but I guess that's what we're doing now. So it's already on there. So that's kind of where we're going. That's what happens. Sometimes you just like put on makeup and you're like, well, I wasn't really going for that, but all right. Like, you just kind of go with it, you know? Okay, this eye is the eye that like hates me. This eye is the one that actually like usually looks good. So just keep that in mind. I don't even know if I'm covering the camera because I'm really bad at these, but just keep that in mind as we go through this, that this eye will always be the one that just doesn't care, and this one is like, sure, I'll do what you want me to do. I'm just going with like a clean blending brush, just trying to like really diffuse that, because I don't want it to be like crazy with pigment, you know? Like I do, but I don't at the same time. So I'm just trying to blend that out, really diffuse it. But I actually am starting to sort of like that purple. I don't know how I feel. I think once the rest of the eyeshadow is on, then I'll like it. Sometimes there's like eyeshadow where I'm just like, I don't know. But then when I put the rest of it on, then I do end up really like liking it. Okay. Now the question is, which shade do we want to use? Like, do we want to do a couple shades? Probably, I would think we'd want to do a couple, probably on our lid here. Probably like one in the middle and then like a lighter one in the inner corner. There was one that I was like really feeling yesterday when I swatched these, and I was like, it's between like these three. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'll tell you which one I'm feeling for that inner portion. I like this one. It's called Callisto. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm gonna use it on my eyes. I don't really care. Right now we're just kind of, it's like hodgepodge pretty much. Does it go together? Probably not. But, I mean, we're doing it anyway. So it is fine. Okay, I'm gonna put some of that on this brush, although I don't know how it's gonna perform on a brush. I just don't know, so I am gonna get a spray out. I always do this. This is the Maven Beauty Rose Water Setting Spray. I use this on my brushes. I always spray my shimmer shades on my brushes, always, always. It gives you more of like a pop. Look at that. Please just look at it. It's beautiful. Oh my goodness. That is a beautiful shade. I don't even know if we're gonna be able to get another shade that looks as good. I love this shade so much. When I was swatching them yesterday, I was like, whew, that's gonna be a good one. That's gotta be my favorite. It has to be. So we're gonna put that there. I'm gonna blend it a little bit. I just wanna get the other eye like on, and then we'll get this on the other eye here, and then we'll go in and work it through. I wasn't planning on doing like a crazier look today, but it kind of just happened, you know? I mean, I feel like it just happens. I feel like that is my life, so who knows? All right, we're gonna try to go in and like blend these shades together here, because I don't want there to be any like lines or anything like that. I do want them to blend really, really nicely, because I don't want it to be like, oh, well, there's a really like distinct line. Right now you're gonna see a line right there on my bare eyelid, because obviously there's no shade there yet. I haven't put anything there. So right now it'll look like that, but I don't want the rest of it to look like that. You know what's funny is that I'm not flipping you off, I promise. It's easier to pack on eyeshadow with this finger. I don't know. I feel like it performs equally as well, brush or with your finger. So there you go. All right. So what I want to do is I want to go back in with this Phobos shade. That was that like orangier shade. I want to go back in with that, because I want to do like a little bit of a sort of like transition here, because I want to keep that transition. I don't want it to like fall apart, you know? This is not, I don't know how I'm feeling about it right now. Like it'll probably look good once it's all put together, honestly. Because I've like been like, I hate this look, but then once it's all like put together, once I have mascara on, it's not that bad. So, all right, so we got that. I feel like this doesn't go down as far on this eyelid. Maybe it does. Maybe I'm just making things up here. Probably. It's probably true. All right, so now I have to pick a shade that I want to put on the inner corner. We've got this one, we've got this one, and we've got this one. I feel like this one would be the best like match. Oh, I don't know. I just don't know. They're all so good. I just can't, you know? It's hard for me. Makeup is hard. I love makeup so much. It's one of my like favorite things in the entire world, and it's something that really relaxes me. It really makes me feel, I don't know, really relaxed. So I talk about it a lot, and I do makeup frequently. Again, because it makes me feel relaxed, you know, and I feel like you should be able to do things that make you feel good, and you shouldn't have to worry about, you know, what other people think. So perfect. Okay, we're gonna go in with this shade. This is called Moon. I just don't know. It's gonna be a really pretty shade, although, oh no, we're gonna need to wet the brush. I don't know why I even went in without wetting it. Maybe we'll do 3 shades. I don't know. Who knows? We're just kind of going with the flow here. Kind of seeing how these things work out, you know? Oh, that's really pretty. Do y'all see that? That's really pretty. It goes well with that like coppery, like reddy orange shade that we used. That's what I mean. See, like I told you, like, okay, so the shades do crumble a little bit. So like there's that. But I mean, that could just be because the brush is wet. There are a whole lot of factors that go into that. So like, try not to judge. I just judge how they perform. These did swatch pretty well yesterday when I swatched them. That's not always a good indicator for shadows because like sometimes they'll swatch really, really well and then they don't perform that well. Oh, that's a beautiful shade. My gosh. I'm doing like a little fiery red sort of thing and I'm digging it a little bit. I am liking it. I'm not really sure. There really wasn't a plan. This wasn't the plan, but you know, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? You just gotta do what you gotta do, and this is what we ended up with. We're almost done. I'm half tempted to see if I want to use, there's like two really pretty like gold shimmers. Well, actually there's 3 shades that I'm like contemplating right now that I might want to use. I've got like this really beautiful gold, which will like really bring that in, but I do have these two, which is this one? Like this here would go really well. That one, they would all go pretty well. So I just gotta decide kind of which one I want to use, and then just kind of go with it. I think I'm gonna use this one. I think this one will probably match the best. So we'll go with this one in the inner corner. I'm just gonna wet the brush here, and just pick up some of that, some more of that, just so we have it. I'm gonna put this right in the inner corner, where we don't have any shadow, right there, that inner corner, where there isn't anything. Then we'll do that on the other side. And then I'm gonna go back through with a blending brush and really blend kind of everything together and just make sure that everything looks like really cohesive and everything like that. So, okay, so we've got that. That looks really, really pretty. I like it. I mean, I'm the one that has to wear it, so. I'm gonna clean up these edges also, so don't worry. I'm just gonna kind of go through with this is like a clean blender. It doesn't have any like extra shadow on it or anything, but I just wanna blend the top here because I wanna make sure that the top really like meshes well. I feel like also, just using this color switch, this is really nice to have like in the middle of something, because then you don't have to like, you know, really switch it that much. You can just kind of put it on. Okay, and then we do have like a little like glitter moment here, and I kind of want to just tap this on over top just to give it like a nice little like pop. Nothing like crazy, just like a little pop, you know? But yeah, so that kind of looks like it's gonna be the eye look for today. This was not the intended look. I don't think it looks terrible. I mean, it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. So what I'm going to do now is I'm gonna take a makeup wipe. I haven't really primed, I've just done some skincare. I'm gonna take a makeup wipe and I'm gonna just clean up these edges here so that there's a nice like crisp edge on our eyeshadow, so that it looks good on our eye here. There we go. See, so it has a nice like a crisp edge. They're probably not exactly the same, but you know, whatever. It hates me. It hates me. It's this eye again that's like, whatever. All right, so that actually looks really good. I'm really impressed. I'm impressed with that. That palette works really nicely. It's really, really pretty, which, again, I didn't know what it was gonna look like because I've never used anything from this company before. But this is the Venus palette, so that's really cute. I'm gonna go in now with some mascara, and I have this mascara that I haven't used in a long time, so I'm gonna use it. This is the Damn Girl from Too Faced. So I'm gonna use it because I don't really use it. So yeah, this is the packaging. It's really pretty. It's heavy. It's like a diamond, like a crystal. I don't curl my eyelashes or anything like that because I'm deathly afraid of the eyelash curler. Like afraid. Like, it's probably irrational. I realize that, but I'm afraid of it, so we won't be doing any of that today, or any day. Okay, so got that one. And then we're gonna do the other side. This has a really cool like wand on it. Excuse me, my mascara face. Okay, we're gonna go back over this. So give it a little bit more. Then we're gonna go back over this one. All right, so got our mascara on. That's a pretty nice mascara. I like it. It's pretty. It's nice and pretty, and I like it. Again, I'm not putting any like fake lashes. I do have this lash thing, which I'm like afraid of. It's like magnetic lashes. I'm scared of them, so I'm just gonna not. We're just gonna not. I'm afraid of lots of things when it comes to makeup, just because like I'm putting it on my face, so I'm not really a fan of most of that. Okay, now we are gonna put on some primer. This is the primer that I've been using, which I really, really like. It is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I did buy the travel size because I was like, I'm not sure, like I don't know, a whole lot about this product. Hold on, my hands have glitter all over them. Hold one moment. One moment, please. Hands have glitter all over them. Okay. So, yeah. So, what was I saying? Oh, I bought the travel size because I wasn't sure if I was going to like it. And then I used it and I loved it. So I pumped 2 pumps in there and then I just rub this on my face. I do it everywhere because it really helps your foundation stick to your face. It's sticky. It's hard to like rub in, like it really is, because it really like sticks down, but it's really good. So I recommend that. This is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I'm a big fan of that. So please get that if you can, because I think it's good. I do probably have to buy a bigger bottle because I really, really like it. Okay, couple things. Here's the issue. Okay, I have large pores on my face, particularly like in this area, my nose, and I do have some texture, so my makeup always kind of shows that, which there's not a whole lot to not show that. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this. This is the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser by Maybelline. It is like a silicone primer. I'm just gonna put that much on. I'm gonna try to put this in where my pores are. I'm just gonna try to blend it in that way and hope that it works. I try not to put this on my nose because when I do foundation, it doesn't stick to my nose for whatever reason. So when I use a primer like this, foundation just doesn't stick to my nose. It doesn't matter what foundation I use. It doesn't matter if it's high end, if it's drugstore, it doesn't stick. There's nothing I can do about that. So I've tried, trust me. Trust me. Okay, we are gonna get our face makeup on. I don't know which foundation I wanna use. Maybe this one. This one's too dark for me. I really like this foundation, but this one's just too dark right now. I'm not as tan as this. Like, this doesn't show that it's that tan, but it really is tan. Like, it's pretty dark. The bottle is very deceiving, because like it's way dark. So I really like this foundation, but it's just too dark for me right now. So we're just gonna have to go with probably this one that I have out here, which is fine. Yeah, we'll just go with this one. This one is our Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I really like this. This one is in the shade Snow. This is really good for me. I have dry skin, so it works super well for my dry skin. And it goes on really nicely. And I'm just using, this is a ColourPop sponge. It's really dirty, but you know, whatever. I'm just using, it's like a velvet sponge. So I'm using that to blend this foundation in. This foundation is a little bit on the darker side for me, but it's not too dark that it won't work. But I can't make it work, so. The other one is just too dark, I can't make it work. Not right now. I'm not tan enough for that. So if I was a little more tan, it would be perfect, but I am not. So this is where we are. All right, so we're just putting this on here. This is a really pretty foundation. I really, really like it. It's one of my favorites. I would say, if not my absolute favorite foundation ever. The Too Faced foundation, the Born This Way, is really good. Again, it's medium to full coverage, and it works so well with my dry skin. You know, there are a lot of foundations that really dry out skin, and can really like just accentuate every dry patch that you have and all of that. And you know, I used to use like really bad foundations for my skin type because I didn't know, you know, like a lot about it, and I was like, well, I can just use whatever. I mean, you can, I guess, but like when you have really dry skin like I do, you can't really afford to use a really like matte foundation. You just can't. And I wish it was different, but it's just not. So I just don't have a lot of options when it comes to like using like any sort of like matte foundation or anything like that. I'm gonna go over that with this sponge, because that sponge, it's nice, but it's like extra hard, and this one is like extra not hard. It's like bouncy and nice, so I tend to put more makeup on with this one than that one, because it just doesn't put my foundation on as I would like it to. So yeah, see, that looks way better already. I'm just putting that on. I am gonna hit my nose a little bit. See, my nose is like really just not my friend. Foundation does not stick to my nose if I put any like sort of primer or anything. See that? It doesn't matter. So I try really hard, but foundation is just not sticking to my nose today, which is really just making me mad. But you gotta do what you gotta do, you know, and just keep on, I guess. Okay, so I'm trying really hard to like, my nose is usually, around my nose here is like usually the problem area. I'll take care of my nose with concealer. We'll cover it with concealer, but it just drives me crazy, because like I just wish that makeup would just stay on my nose. But that's the foundation. It's really pretty. Definitely medium to full coverage. You could like put more on and like build it up, but this is kind of what I go for now. I don't really go for a super full coverage foundation anymore. I used to, but not anymore. Okay, and we're gonna go in with concealer, and I'm like torn between which ones I want to use. So I have two. This is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer and the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Camo Concealer, which like is just so nice. I might just use the e.l.f. one. That's all the concealer I use. If I need more, I can always put more on my face, but I shouldn't need more. I do have some darker circles sometimes whenever I don't sleep, so. And then my one eye has like a deep like triangle dark circle, which I think it's this one. It's just like a triangle. Like I think you can see it a little bit, and like I can't cover it. Like it just doesn't do what I want it to do. It drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. Anyway, it might even be this eye. I don't know. Usually I can tell more when I have concealer on which eye it is, because the concealer doesn't cover it, because no matter what I use, it just doesn't want to go away. So, all right. So we're putting this under our eyes. Again, concealer is like necessary for me. I feel like it's necessary. I try not to use too much of it though, because I have been guilty of that in the past, where like I've done like the whole like triangle thing, and I feel like, you know, most people have, but I try not to use too much anymore. All right, now we're gonna take care of this nose, because this nose is about to be like, I'm about to be real mad at it. So we're just gonna put some concealer on our nose. We're gonna highlight here and then highlight here. So we're just doing that for highlighting, and we'll blend that out with our sponge. Just to highlight those like higher points on our face. This will also help my nose actually like have some coverage, which is just so nice, because you know the concealer stays on my nose. Ugh, drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. I just don't understand why it's just not doing what I want it to do. Why is it being like that? Do y'all see that right there? There's like a little area right there. Right there. My piece is just not following directions today. And it's really just making me mad that it's just not doing what I'm asking it to do. And it's really, really driving me crazy. Do you see that? There's like a huge area right there that just has no makeup on it, and makeup will not stick to it. Do you see that? Right there. That's insane. I'm really mad about it. I wonder if my foundation, I wonder if this maybe will stick to it. I don't know. This is the other concealer. Maybe if I try it with like a little brush, see if that will maybe help. This is like a little like Sonia Kashuk brush here. Maybe putting the brush on there will help blend it in. Who knows? Sometimes it's the sponge, you know, sometimes it's the sponge, because it like takes away some of the product. Sometimes. Actually, that seems to have worked. That seems to have worked. So that's good, because I really don't want to have a like area there that I do need to smooth out these edges here though, because they are really a different color, and you can tell. So, okay. This area right here is just really not working for me. It's just this forehead. It's not working for me. I'm gonna put in a little bit of this Too Faced concealer, because I feel like my under eyes are really not doing well today. So I feel like I'm just gonna pop some of that on. Hopefully it will help. Like my face is also a little red. because I'm hot. I feel like that's not helping either. In this area, maybe I'll put a little more concealer in that area to help like hide some of that redness. I'm just hot right now, so hoping that it'll just go away eventually, but yeah, you never know. You never know. So I'm just gonna try to help it, try to diffuse it a little bit and see if we can kind of get it going here. My nose is really just looking terrible. You can't see it with the light on. Let me see if you can see it now. Look at the tip of my nose. It's really ridiculous. Whatever, it's just gonna have to work because I can't keep messing with it and it's just gonna drive me crazy. So, whatever. We're gonna go in with some Wet n Wild powder. This is Wet n Wild translucent powder. It's a nice powder. I don't really use it that much. I should though, because it's pretty good. So, I'm gonna try to this under eye here. I wanna blend that out. It's probably gonna crease regardless, but you know, whatever. I try to just set it with powder. Okay, look, that darkened my under eye. Do you see that? Hold on. This makeup day is just not working for me. I want to try a Maybelline powder and see if this one works. This is the one I use typically. So I want to see if this will work better. Okay. Do you see that? Do you see the difference? This is darker. The Wet n Wild powder is nice, but oh, this Maybelline powder is the one I usually use, and now I see why. That Wet n Wild powder is supposed to be translucent. This is like the fair shade from Maybelline. And it works better than that Wet n Wild one. Not that the Wet n Wild one's bad, it just darkens my makeup every time I use it. I was like, maybe it's not the powder, maybe it's the products. So I use some different products. Nope, it still did that, and I don't understand what is happening. So, all right, so we got powder on our face here. Okay. So, got it here. I'm trying to just powder my forehead, things like that. Okay. We will, now I'm gonna take powder. I'll put it back in the container. And I wanna get a powder brush here and just put powder on this brush. I'll just powder the rest of my face while that's all like hanging out on my face. Especially because it's hot and it's humid. I don't typically use a ton of powder, but because it's hot and humid, I'm gonna need more powder than normal, which does make me sad because I don't like to use a ton of it, because it does dry out my skin, but there isn't a whole lot that I can do. It's actually not terrible. It's actually not terrible. It could be worse. Like, this area here is really bad. Just don't look at it. Just pretend like it doesn't exist. But the rest of it isn't that bad. I mean, I do look really like flat, which we're gonna take care of here now. So, okay, perfect. So we've got basically our base done. Our base like face makeup is done, which is good. So now I do have a couple things that I did get that I do want to like test out. I'm sorry, my legs are hurting. I have to switch because I'm sitting crisscross. So I have to, oh, okay, there we go. Okay, perfect. So I do have a couple bronzer blush sort of things that I do want to test out. I did get a couple, so I think I might just try them all or try to work them in somehow. Okay, so I have this Iconic London palette. It does have a few bronzers, a few blushes, and a few highlighters, so maybe I'll try to mix some of those. This Ace Beauté one has some highlighter or some bronzers. These are gonna be too dark for me. These two are probably still, this one's probably even too dark. This one might be the only one I can use, but you never know with stuff like that. This is the Alamar Cosmetics Hydrating Complexion Trio. I wonder if I put this one on my under eye, how that would look. Because I definitely want to brighten that up for sure. I want to put that on my under eye and just see. I'm going to play with it here. If that will. This one is really bad. Remember that this one is like really bad. I just want to try to brighten it. This one's not terrible. This one's like real bad. I need to put some brighter powder on it. Okay. So that helped a little bit, but whatever. Okay, so there are some bronzers in here. This one, pretty good. And then I have this Iconic London. Oh, that's huge. And it's this one. It's like medium, but it actually doesn't look medium, so I could probably use it. And then I have, this is the NARS Orgasm Blush. That's the name of it. I didn't make it. So yeah, so we are gonna test out as many of these as we can. I'm really interested in trying out this one. This is the Iconic London one, so I'm really interested in that. So I'm gonna try this out. I'm gonna put this on a bigger brush here. A larger like bronzer brush here. So we got that, and then I'm gonna go ahead with this bronzer. I don't know how pigmented this is, so I'm gonna try to tap off some of that excess. Put this on here. Oh, that's pretty. There's not a lot of, oh, see, I went in heavier on that one than I did on this side. Okay. I did go in kind of heavy on this side. We'll blend it out. It'll be fine. We're gonna put this up here. We just want to make our face not look so one-dimensional, so flat, you know. So we've got that on there. I do want to blend that out. Where is that brush I usually use for blending? Here it is. We'll go in with this here, blend this all out so it doesn't look so like so bad. Because I feel like it could go really bad. Okay. Let's see what else we can try to use out of these like complexion palettes here. There's really a lot that I can use right now. I might be able to, is there like a cooler toned one I can use? Probably not. What I will try to do though is I don't normally do this, so bear with me. I might try to like add a little contour to the face with this Alamar Cosmetics one. I'm using that lightest shade and I'm really just like tapping off as much excess as I can here. I don't typically do anything on my like nose or anything. I'm scared. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it on my nose because I like have never done it on my nose. No. Alright, we're gonna take this Alamar Cosmetics one, which actually is pretty pigmented, and we're gonna take this up here, on the forehead to kind of blend that Iconic London one together here, so that it doesn't look so like crazy and bad, you know. We'll take this one a little bit underneath the chin, and here a little bit. There we go. All right, so that actually doesn't look terrible. You are pretty bronzy, but I mean, you know, it's summer, so that's fine. Okay, as far as blushes go, I do want to try out this NARS blush because I've never tried this before and I've heard that it's like their iconic, most like iconic best shade like in the entire world. So I've heard that it is slightly shimmery. So if you are against that or if you can't use that, then just be warned. Heard that this is supposed to be a really good blush though. Oh, that's pretty. It's nothing like crazy or anything, so that's good. Trying to put it on the apples of my cheeks here and then just kind of go out with it. Oh, that's really nice. That's really pretty. I really like that a lot, actually. That's really, yeah, really nice. I'm a fan of that. That's a pretty blush. I am gonna try to top it off really quick with this blush in the Iconic Blended palette just so that I can use as many of these shades, as many of these products as I can. I'm gonna try to just top this on top of that, just to add a little bit more, you know, blush to my face. Not that I need to be any more blush or red because it's not already red. It's really bad. It's because I'm like so hot right now, but it's okay. It's like hot outside. I'm just gonna blend this out. I don't want this blush to be like crazy here. That's actually not bad. Like it doesn't look as bad as I thought it was gonna look. I thought it was gonna be real bad. Just because I'm very much like, I'm gonna use products that I use all the time because I know that they work well, so yeah. Okay, now for highlighter. This one I feel like it's gonna be way too dark for me. I feel like it's gonna be too dark of a highlight for me. I really want to use that because I don't have another one. I wonder if these are the same shade. Let me look because this one isn't too dark. Yeah, that one's too dark. So unfortunately we can't use that highlighter, but that's okay. We'll just use this one. This is the Becca Champagne Pop. This is the Jaclyn Hill collab with Becca. We're just gonna pop that highlighter on. Oh, look how pretty that is. Just popping the highlighter on right here on these like high points of our face. And then I'm gonna pop some highlighter on my nose. Here, like just nose there, and the Cupid's bow. Pop some highlighter on there, just to give that a little pop, and then right above the eyebrow. Right above the like little eyebrow here. Okay, so yeah. I mean, the lights make it look like it's way better. I'm gonna be real honest with you. My skin isn't always the greatest. Like my pores and my texture really do show. It actually doesn't look that bad. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with some setting spray though, so that I can set my face. And then we're gonna go on to the lips, which is just gonna be, I can already tell, like that's a whole other situation, but it's fine. We're gonna go with the MAC Fix Plus setting spray. Oh, that feels really good because I'm really hot, so like, just like cooled me off. Oh, goodness. Okay. So we've got all of that done. Now I need to do lips. And I'm going to do a more neutral lip because I did such a crazy eye look. Because I don't want to do anything like way crazy on the lips. Like I said, if we did like a crazier like eye look, I want to make sure that we... Sorry about the drawers also. I am organizing, so... Okay, so yeah, let's get a lip liner probably, and then a lipstick or a lip gloss. We'll just have to see. Goodness. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay, let's see. like little lip liners we got here. We got this liner duo, which I don't always use a liner, but I've been into liners lately. I don't know why. That's a really dark liner. Is this lip liner? Oh yeah, lip liner, okay. These are dark liners. Wow, those are really dark. Okay, I'm trying to pick a good liner for our lipstick today. I'm not really sure. I want to go with a more probably nude shade with my lips today because it is definitely, you know, this eye look is definitely like the star of the show, as it should be. So I just definitely want to go with something more like nude. I use this nude all the time, but like it's really pretty. I could use, I mean, the same lipstick. This one also could work. This is a little bit darker. I'm just testing out a couple right now to see kind of which one I'm like feeling more. That one's more of like a nude, which is like my favorite nude. This one is probably too dark, I think. Yeah, that one's way too bright. I mean, it's pretty, but it's too bright for this look that we're going with, that we went with today. I don't really have an eye thing picked out. My nose is running now because I sneezed. Oh, like, you're kidding me, right? I just did my makeup because I sneezed. My nose is running. Oh, God, it drives me crazy. Happens to me all the time, and I just don't understand. This is a lip liner. Okay, that one actually could work. All right, so let's just see kind of what we've got going. This is a really pretty gloss, which we probably will use. We do have this lip, which is like a, I don't know, let me see. It's like a lip. I'm gonna try a few on and just kind of see which ones I like with this like eye look and which ones are a little less, less appealing, I guess, is the, not that they're not all good because they are all nice and pretty, but I'm just trying to find a good one for this like particular eye look. Those are actually really close in shade. That's crazy. What about this liner here? It's more of like a brown. That might actually work too. All right. Well, we have to just see here which one we want, but I'm pretty sure that we're gonna go with this liner first and just try this out. This is the Ace Beauté Be Peachy lip liner. So my lips are uneven also, so when I go to line them, I have to kind of draw a different line. I don't like to overdraw if I don't have to, but one of them does have to be overdrawn because they're not the same. They're not the same like shape, so I do have to like overdraw one of them a little bit to make them the same. I don't usually overdraw, but okay. This bottom lip is definitely one that gives me problems. My lips are just weird. The way they're shaped is just weird, and I don't know. I don't know. So we're gonna go try this. We're gonna try this is the Luxe Velvet by ColourPop in the shade Ingenue. We're gonna see if this will work. Or it's like too much. I don't know. I think it is not gonna work. I don't know though. It might be okay. That liner is definitely too dark though. Although, maybe I gotta just cover it with this lip product. We might just be able to cover that liner. We'll see. All trial and error, you know? Actually, that's not bad. It's actually not terrible. And that lip liner is really bad. I wonder though if we can just try to cover it with this lip product. Just try to cover it and, you know, just let it work, you know? It's actually not that bad. I thought it was gonna be worse. It's not that bad. Actually looks okay. I'm surprised. Then this is the gloss that came with it. So this is in the shade Renaissance. This is a pretty gloss. It's one that came with like this. It was like a set. So I have like gold reflex in it. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I feel like it's the liner that's really throwing me off. I might need a different shade. I don't know. I just don't know how I feel. So we're gonna take this off because it's the joy of makeup is can remove it and try again. So that's what we're gonna do. I don't know why. It's just not. I don't know. It just didn't look kind of how I was wanting it to look, I guess. So we're gonna try again. Oh my gosh, hold on. Just got a really gross taste in my mouth. Oh my gosh, that's much better. Oh goodness, excuse me. I feel like that's gonna be too dark. I feel like I need a lighter liner. I feel like I might have to use this one. Just like, yeah, I'm gonna have to use this one. This is one I use all the time. This is the Dominique Cosmetics lip liner. It's one I use all the time though. But it's a really pretty like nude liner, so it's a really pretty nude liner, and it works really well with my, excuse me, I'm sorry, that was the Diet Pepsi that like, whatever I ate or tasted, oh, it was not good. It's gross and disgusting. No, wash it down with the Diet Pepsi. It's hard with my lips because they're definitely not even. Okay, well, we're just gonna not keep going because the longer we keep going, the more we'll mess it up. So. Okay, do we just go with our standard nude? Probably, because that's where we're going at this point. That's what I usually use, this nude. I feel like this is my perfect nude. I struggled to find it. Like I, tried all these nude lipsticks and I was like, that doesn't really work for me. I like the way my lips look, or like, I don't know, just the way my skin is. I was like, it doesn't really work with my skin tone. And then this is the Clinique Creamy Nude lipstick. And I was like, that's perfect. That's my perfect nude shade. It looks really nice with my skin and it goes on well, and I like the way it feels on my lips. So it's actually nice and not like super drying or super matte because it's a creamy formula. So I do appreciate that about it, because, you know, my lips are really dry. All of my skin is dry, just in general. This is our look. This is what I eventually end up with. I try to use other things on my lips, but this is like, I'll use this for the rest of my life probably. I do have some other things that I like, but because we went the crazier like eye look, we just had to go with a nude lip. So that is our look today. My hair is probably gonna stay like this because it's hot. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. I enjoy doing my makeup, and I just enjoy makeup in general. It's just fun for me. If it's fun for you, awesome. Keep doing it, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.